Welcome to the encouragement of the day. And coming back around to it, I know I'm usually at least delivering a message a day. Other things have been taking precedence, but as I'm able, I will come back and do some encouragements of the day. Let's take a look and see what the energy is right now. Yes. The energy coming in right now. What is the encouragement of the day, Spirit? Let's see. So I'm getting a few things, mixed energies here. Consistency is one of them. Feels like things are very consistent right now. With that consistency, there's a level of consistent flow, right? It feels like there's just a lot of things that are aligning. Needs are met, right? Things are working like clockwork, coming through as expected. There could even be some time given to healing right now. And it may be needed in this moment. Some of us could be so busy right now that we are kind of in survival mode, just kind of going route. Automation, running on autopilot, right? Now there's an interesting energy coming through, though, where there is some attention being given to what has been left. And when I say what has been left, I don't mean in terms of physical. I mean kind of the energy of inheritance or something that was passed down, like in the bloodline, something around legacy, something like that. I'm getting that energy here. And there could be a calling to take time out. If, there hasn't been a lot of time spent in a sacred space, this could be like a very quiet call to that place. But it's a quiet energy that I'm feeling here. Let's get some tarot. What is the encouragement of today? What is the encouragement coming in today? All right. I do feel like there's a strong energy of healing that accompanies this encouragement of the day. Now, there could be definitely something to do with having a moment of liberation, a moment of inspiration that helped you to see yourself at some point along this route to coming to where we are right now. And it feels like allowing yourself space and the freedom to be released from anything that could have had you stuck. And when I say stuck, I mean had you kind of going along a path, right? Like the energy I was feeling today is really like this energy of rote movement, like pre-programming on autopilot, right? But there's some moment in the past where there was some inspiration that came in and helped you to open up to something greater than what was expected. This Page of Cups is like starting out, starting something that would be very satisfying for you. And I see you doing that here at some point in the past, steering off of the normal routine to do something that's a little bit different. For some of you, this could have been inspiration coming in, like I said. It could have been some kind of messaging coming in, telling you, things that will get you hyped up and encouraged, and things that will get you to open up to the possibilities of the moment. Things that will loosen you up, right? Especially if you're someone who's very tense and rigid and is, not really one to adventure out or steer from the beaten path. But it feels like there is something that you could be looking for in this moment. There's some piece of information, some knowledge, some wisdom. I feel like you are plugged in to the idea of needing to find something or know something in the present moment. That could have you pretty preoccupied right now and have your mind set on something. This also feels like just having a lot going on right now, but in the center of that, you're looking for calm, you're looking for peace, you're looking for information, some clarity in the midst of everything that's going on. Life could be busy right now for you, but you're searching for something in the midst of all of that. Then we have the Lovers following the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Swords following the Lovers. Whatever you are looking for, I feel like finding that answer is going to lead. You know how they say knowledge, ignorance is bliss, knowledge is painful. But you're going to find what you're looking for, but it's actually going to lead you to, the awareness of having to make difficult decisions now that you know, right? It's almost like the responsibility to do better. When you know better, there's some knowledge that you're seeking now that you will find, but it's may not give you what you think it's going to give you. Whatever you're seeking, you're going to find it. And it is going to pierce you in some type of way. Even if it's just having to, it's almost like a good example is young people, right? When they are under their parents' roof. It's like they can't wait to get out. Like, I can't wait till I get out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to do it like this, because there's such a better way to do it. And then when they get out and they meet the real world, it's like, oh, okay. I didn't really understand, like the whole picture of what this is, right? Until you kind of step into it. And then you're like, oh, now I get it. So there's something that's going to pierce you when you learn of it, the knowledge of it. Because it's going to, number one, force you, or it's going to lead you to making a responsible choice, a responsible decision. It's going to lead you to the understanding, possibly, of what it means to be responsible and to be balanced, right, with the lovers. For some of you, it could be concerning your relationship, and you could be seeking clarity about that. That's going to come in. You're not going to like the information that comes in, but it's going to come in and give you the clarity that you need. The beautiful thing about the Ten of Swords is it brings a lot of pain, but through that pain is many times a transformation, right? The 10 can many times represent like the lowest point that we can get to, but when we get there, there's nowhere to go but up, right? And on the way up, many times we rebuild stronger, wiser. There's some lessons that come along with that that teach us very valuable life lessons. So for some of you, this may be lessons around love. The challenge, I do feel like, is going to be around the solitude of having to make a choice that's actually going to be the best choice, right? There's something about having to make difficult choices. And it could be because the challenge I'm feeling is all about, number one, being able to stand alone, and the difficulty of that moment of realizing, that maybe there were things that didn't quite turn out the way we wanted to. And everything that we were working towards and hoping, we now have to scrap it and throw it out and go a whole different direction. Like, that's the difficulty of this process that's happening right now. That's the challenge, is being able to walk away, making the decision that's going to be the best decision. And it may mean walking away from something or someone, right? I feel like it's going to be a process. It may not happen overnight, but there's some enlightenment coming in through this process. The Hermit is a deepening of knowledge and wisdom. The Ten of Swords following the Lovers, right? There's some enlightenment happening along with this disappointment. Now, in the end, there's definitely some form of liberation that happens. And what was a difficult decision will land you in a space that you will come to understand has freed you, right, from some form of heaviness. And you'll be able to fly again. You'll be able to be light and lifted up and encouraged. I feel like Spirit wants you to be free. Spirit wants to liberate you and see, but through that, there is an empowering that Spirit wants to do with you. Spirit wants you to see your own power. Spirit wants you to look at yourself and realize your own truth and empower yourself to be liberated from this. Yes, it's a difficult process. And there's some hard choices to be made. But these are all your choices to make. Right now, it feels like things are just kind of going along, just, in this routine, casual routine, just being on autopilot. Things feel okay because there's no lack, no need. I feel like there are moments where you go into like healing mode. How long you stay there, I don't know if it's long enough to actually deal with what's actually beneath the surface. Part of when we become really busy and go into autopilot, like there's something that is brewing underneath that, right? And we could look like we're just busy and working, but really we're in survival mode. The survival is not really being willing to deal with what's coming up, the grief, right? The disappointment, the frustration, the unfulfillment of not really having that level of engagement when it comes to life that we desire, that allows us to be freed from the matrix. I'm going to use that word because when I say the matrix, I mean there's a pre-planned life that's been created for each of us, and it takes courage to step away from that. And when you really look at the way things are set up in the world, every major pillar is set up for us to act a certain way and to make certain choices and to do certain things. When you really look at it, we look at our educational system and we look at some of the religious systems. We even look at our food systems, like how, when you really start to understand like how it's all connected, government, it's all really saying the same thing. Entertainment, right? These are all like major pillars of information. It's informing us constantly of how to act, what to do, what we're supposed to be doing. And so to be able to break away from that and go your own way or go into a place that you may be being called to from a heart level. Yes, it feels right to work a 9 to 5, 5 to 7 days a week and eventually be able to, go on a vacation here or there, buy a new car, purchase a home, get married, have 2.5. It feels right to do that because that is the model that's laid out before us. However, there's a tapping into something deeper. And that deeper leads us all to our own mold, according to what has been implanted in our hearts, right? The Page of Cups talks about heart energy. It talks about the emotions connecting with the feminine aspect of who we are to our discernment, our intuition, the inner wisdom that's cultivating on the inside and informing us on the outside, when we allow that to be awakened and not substitute that for the institutions, right? There's something else that's born. And many times that comes from, many times it comes from some level of being shut out in some type of way. And so here, that's what we're talking about. And Spirit wants you to be liberated. But there is a process of you coming into your own knowledge and your own wisdom, your own truth, your own power, your own realization of what that is for you. And so in reality, this is not a bad thing, the Ten of Swords, but it's a something that's going to get things moving, right? It's the start of something new. When we talk about a 10, 10s mean endings, but at the same time, they also lead to beginnings. There can't be beginnings unless there is an ending. And so this today, Spirit is talking about this warm settling underneath the surface that's just kind of percolating, but it's about to get jumping, right? It's about to get brewing. It's about to get started. I feel like something's about to jump off here. And it's going to be good, okay? So don't be scared. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah. Somebody is definitely about to be awakened. Somebody's about to be awakened here. Something's being uncovered, and it has everything to do with you being driven into what has always been there. It's being revealed now. It's being revealed now. And you'll have an opportunity to see what that is with this new beginning. Because this has everything to do with your authority that you carry. And it's fire energy with this Emperor. This is Aries energy. Very masculine energy, doing energy, representing energy. And I feel like this represents just this new foundation, right? That's coming forward right now. That's not going to be outwardly dependent. There's this energy of independence and stability and groundedness and security that's leading you into this new beginning where you are understanding, it's being uncovered of what's always been there, right? But there's something about having to step into this power that's going to cause you to see this. If for some reason you have placed someone else on the throne of your heart, it's time to dethrone them, because that has always been a place that was reserved for you. This is a time where there is going to be a peace brought into your life like never before. And this is a peace that you will substantiate, because the emperor brings that kind of energy. The emperor is very orderly, very protective, very stable, very capable, and very ready. The emperor takes a very unruly situation and brings order to it, brings peace to it, right? That's the energy of the emperor. It's very foundational and it's balanced and it's strong. And it is not really coming to rule, but this is like the type of energy that's needed for you to step back into your own individualization so that you can begin to understand that your power to lead life in the way that you see it. So many times we're waiting for other people to tell us what to do. You already know what to do. Your intuition, your heart is talking to you all day, every day. And it's telling you what to do. And many times when we hear something and we're like, oh, okay, that's what I need to do, well, you already knew that yourself. That's nothing new. It's just a confirmation of what you already have been telling yourself. Maybe you needed someone else to say it just so you know that what you're hearing is right. But you came up with that first. It's just a confirmation. It's nothing new. So you don't have to wait for the confirmation. Just move on what you're feeling. Move on what you're hearing. This is what's uncovering this energy that I'm talking about right now. Yeah. And I say that because many people see the emperor as this reigning and ruling force when it's not so much of that. The emperor is the energy that actually, he's not sitting on the throne giving orders, but the emperor is out with the people, making things happen, making the energy, work and making it what it is, right? The emperor is not the taskmaster, but the emperor is actually part of the force that's getting the job done. He's out amongst the people doing the work. And so to say that, I feel like Spirit is just pointing you back to, that's the encouragement. There is a pointing back to self in this message. There is changes coming for us, for you, and it's good change. That's the encouragement. If there be any discouragement happening, things that tempt you to be heartbroken or disappointed, remember that that's pointing you back to yourself so that you're not looking and depending on systems or people outside of yourself to do or give you what you already have, what you've had all along. Spirit wants you to be empowered, and this is the road to empowerment, okay? The disappointment or the heartbreak that may come along this change is not to break you, it's not to hurt you, but this is to redirect you to yourself. Yeah. Because the power that you hold is not to be played with, right? And when we learn to direct that, that's when things change. Okay, so this is all about you learning what you have. Okay, that's the encouragement I'm hearing today. I miss these messages. I must come back. Okay, so you may see me tomorrow. And so if you know, you know. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. It's been Blood Moon Oracle. Make sure you like, share, comment. Okay, this is a general message. If you're looking for a personal, let me know what you need, what you're looking for, and I'll see if that's something I can do. I also have some friends that do some pretty cool things too, right? And so if I know someone that can give you what you're looking for, I will definitely point you their way too. But here's my email. Shoot me an email just to say hi. I'd love to hear from you, or just to let me know what you're looking for, okay? LettiSpeak@gmail is my email, or you can go down to my calendar and schedule as well. I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe as well. And we'll catch you next time, okay? This is the encouragement of the day. Bye.